like actually a non-Eagles game where it was compelling.
It's something that's like, because you come off on Monday, you're like, I only have 2 days without football before I get football back. But if I get something back and it's
now it's 2 more days, only 2 more days till football. Like I mean, it's not like that same enthusiasm. Now you're like, now I need to watch if Mike Evans is going to play. Like, it's like you really are forcing yourself to watch football because you have something vested, whether it's whatever tickles your fancy, whether it's fantasy football or gambling,
legal gambling.
Yes,
again, we're only advocates of legal gambling and legal fantasy football. And for those of you who are fantasy football players, you probably don't have Nelson Aguilar on your team, and rightly so. Nelson Aguilar is the Eagles receiver who has been getting, just drugged through the mud quite a bit. Chided, drugged through the mud, whatever you want to call it, in the Philadelphia media over the past couple of weeks. So we throw out this question, and we'll talk about this in this segment. Are Philadelphia fans too hard on their athletes? Now, I threw this out on Twitter, and someone responded to me. Aiden Greg Red T. I probably butchered that name so terribly. He said that not at all. I mean, Philly fans are not at all too hard on their athletes. If they won more than one championship in a third of a century, people might be a bit easier on them. So it's okay, and I'm not going to judge. It's okay to boo our athletes or be hard on our athletes because we literally have won championship since the Sixers in 83. Since 83, we have one title here in this town. Again, not counting Villanova.
Or no, 2008.
No, I'm saying since just the Phillies. Just that Phillies championship since 83. We only have that one championship in those 33 years, as Aiden mentioned. It's okay to be hard on our athletes.
I don't think that's the reason why you should boo. I think it's, once again.
Well, before the boo thing, are we too hard? Do we expect too much from our teams?
No.
We don't.
Nope.
We don't have unrealistic expectations for the Sixers and the Eagles and the Flyers and the Phillies. The Flyers in the league where everybody makes the playoffs in the NHL. We don't have unrealistic expectations that they should make a run.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I know, and then we'll get to the concept of booing. It's, once again, being a professional athlete is a two-way street.
Yo.
You are awarded lots of perks.
Yes.
And a lot of fame and all that.
Yes.
However, there's a downside. Or not even a downside, is if you underperform or don't perform up to said standards, you might be criticized. You will still get paid a lot of money. Isn't that if you don't, like, and I think I told someone, I was like, if you don't want to, like, deal with the negatives, because I think the positives far outweigh the negatives.
I would agree. I would agree. Yeah.
Then you know what? Go into marketing.
Yeah, go somewhere where people don't criticize.
Yeah, like
I in the paper.
Not to be basic, but I mean, isn't that like? I mean, being a professional athlete is got to be awesome.
Got to be.
And
like you said, the awesomeness outweighs the terrible parts about it. Reading about yourself on Twitter or on Facebook or wherever, Snapchat, wherever, like that, like all of that is kind of counterbalanced, like tremendously by the money and the fame. And
you think Aaron Rodgers, because he's one of my favorite players lately, because he just is
because he sent his gifts back to his mama. Is that why?
And of course, his girlfriend was trashed on Twitter because he didn't mention like anyone's parents, because she's like, "I'm just thankful for Aaron Rodgers and our dog."
Wait. So Olivia Munn?
Yeah, like of course she tweeted, "It's like I'm thankful for many things, including Aaron Rodgers 12 and my dog." And she's like,
so what's wrong with that?
No, but of course people are like, "Yo, this is the reason why Aaron don't have a relationship, because you didn't mention like family or anything."
Wait, time out. She said, "I'm thankful for my mans and my dog," and people got mad at that.
Yes.
What's wrong with that? Like, she's supposed to name everybody?
Yes. Yeah, because it's no. But
I'm sorry. We love. By the way, we love Aaron Rodgers here on the broadcast line. I know he's not a Philadelphia athlete. I don't know if his brother was from here or I don't even know what it is. I think he has zero connection to Philadelphia, but he is one of our favorite players for a multitude of reasons. So if we ever dive into Aaron Rodgers' conversation, I'm giving you forewarning. It just comes with the territory. It is what it is. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, sorry. I think because Aaron Rodgers, right? You think he's regretting his life right now because he's got to deal with some negative heat?
No.
For all the years that he has been living a great life due to being a professional athlete, you think he's like, man, Olivia, because I sure wouldn't be talking to you if I wasn't a Green Bay Packer, Olivia. Man, I just regret this life.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's like we expect athletes to, again, I don't think we ask for too much from our athletes. We expect athletes. And the thing in Philadelphia is we will cheer you even if you don't win.
Oh no, you just need to work hard.
Just work hard.
But if you're historically bad and you work hard,
right.
we don't care about the working hard.
If you work hard, show me a little something. Show us a little something.
We still need production.
We love you. We need production. You can't stink. But you gotta try. Like, we will boo like lack of effort more than lack of production. We'll boo both. But if you give us effort, again, like the most celebrated, and we always bring up this analogy, the most celebrated dude, or one of the most celebrated dudes in this town in the last 15 years is Aaron Rowan. And all he did was run into a wall. But he ran into that wall.
The 1993 Phillies.
Yes.
All they did, the thing is, I don't even know what constitutes this, because I hear it all the time. You got to show heart. Whatever that means.
Got to show dog.
Can someone explain to me what showing heart is? Can you show heart if you're not good?
Yes. You can. Yeah, if you're not good.
Because someone said Nelson Aguilar's not showing heart.
See, I think he is.
No, he's not showing hands.
Yeah, he's not showing hands. He's not showing ability.
Like, you see, he cares. Probably he cares too much, and I think that's why. Because someone said like should Nelson Aguilar be benched? I'm like, he's already lost the game. I mean, he already thinks he cannot play as an NFL player.
Right.
How can you suit up a guy or line up a guy knowing this guy already mentally checked out? Not even on the team, checked out on himself.
Well, see, I don't know if he checked out. Like, I don't know if he's at checkout level. I mean, I know it's close because he's spoken to a sports psychologist. Like, he said that. Doug Peterson has said that. But I mean, as you know, Yogi Berra famously said, 50% of the game is 90% mental. Like,
you could even argue at this point it's probably more.
All these guys, like every single player on every single NFL team is extraordinarily talented. Like, they are world-class football players, all right? There's not a whole lot separating Nelson Aguilar from a top 30 wide receiver in the NFL. Other than what's between the ears. No, like, I'm talking about ability-wise.
Yeah.
Like, just forget the mental side of it. Just pure ability. Like, Nelson Aguilar ran a 4.4 and change 40. He showed the ability to separate in college. I mean, he showed the tools to be a good wide receiver in college. But like you said, he's in his own head. And because he's in his own head, he can't be the guy that we thought he was going to be. Macklin 2.0, the clone of Macklin, the next possession guy, the next 90-catch, 1,000-yard guy here, because he's inside of his head.
Ability to handle adversity, I always say, is not like – or just the ability to not front run. Because I think that's what I think separates the good players from the great players, is being able to, double down when things aren't good,
right,
and say, you know what, fellas, we're going to rally. Not come into the foxhole with me is one of my favorite analogies ever.
Right, it's like, you come in the foxhole, let's go, times are tough. I just dropped this wide open pass I tried to catch on my elbow, but I'm going to catch the next 5, and one of them's going to be for a touchdown, and we're going to come back and we're going to win this game. I mean, that's the kind of mentality you have to have, not just in Philly, but anywhere.
Because isn't that the problem? Is Nelson Aguilar doesn't think he's going to catch the next one?
He doesn't think, and that's the issue. And again, playing in Philadelphia is hard. I mean, like, I won't deny that. Jordan Matthews himself, he said it this week. He said, quote, "It's a hard place to play receiver. I think anyone who played wide receiver here, any former wide receiver that played here, will tell you that." Like, he's right. Like, if you talk to T.O. probably didn't care. But if you talk to Todd Pinkston, if you talk to Freddie Mitchell, or you talk to James Thrasher.
No. The problem is we've had receivers that don't catch.
Right. Well, all right. We had guys who did catch, though.
No, I mean, when's the last guy?
James Thrash caught balls.
No, but like.
T.O. caught balls.
Let me ask Jerry Macklin if it's hard to play, because
he would say yes.
But, I mean, he didn't hear about Jordan Matthews needs to be quiet.
What he's saying is that anybody who ever played wide receiver in Philadelphia will tell you that if you had it, Eagles fans will let you know if you're not doing well. That's a fair statement, right?
Oh, no, but I think Jacksonville Jaguars fans should tell you when you're...
They should, but they don't, is what I'm saying. Like, they don't. If you go to Jacksonville, Alan Hearns ain't getting yelled at like Nelson Aguilar.
So what you're saying is... No, but is it fair? Like, is it fair?
It's fair. I think we agree it's fair.
Yeah, it's okay. So when Jordan Matthews, the same guy who's talking, drops a possible 35-yard, we should not say a lot of things.
No. We should say, look, it's whatever you get, you get. I think it's fair. I think we criticize them fairly. I just think it happens more here than it does in other cities, but I think it's fair. I think we both agree on that.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't think it happens. See, it probably happens the same in New York.
Yeah, I mean, look, it happens in New York. We can pick out the cities where it happens. It happens in New York.
But it's not like Philly is rare because we're just this angst-ridden, like, I don't know, misery-driven fan base.
I mean, we are, but I mean, it's not rare in that because New York is kind of angst-ridden. Chicago is, even though they won some chips. Like Detroit, there's certain fan bases. Like, it's the same in those cities.
But I think we'd agree that if you can't handle this life, find another one.
Find another life, man.
Because I guarantee you, there's probably in that turnstile waiting to be a professional athlete. Like it's like a roller coaster.
Paul Turner just got called up. He ready. He is ready to get booed by me and anybody else if he drops passes on Monday night.
And you know what? He'll come back and say, "Wifey, I got booed."
Yeah, it's like, yo, man, I put on a uniform and I played a football game and I got booed and it was great.
Just imagine how Paul Turner isn't thinking about if he's like, you know what, I'm gonna show out.
Right. I'm gonna play against Green Bay on Monday Night Football in front of 70,000 fans and show out. And that's how you gotta think. Like if you're Nelson Aguilar or Paul Turner or Bryce Triggs or whatever, that's just the mindset you gotta have. This is the big stage, this is my opportunity. I don't know if I'll ever get another one. I'm gonna show out.
And I'm not saying that I could even succeed in this because
I fail
because because I'm sensitive.
Yeah, no,
because I'd read Twitter, I'd read every one, and I'd start crying, and then but isn't this like this is the hand, this is the athlete hand,
this is what comes with the territory. You could either do this or you could not do this. All right, and if you do this, this is what comes with it. All right, sometimes you'll go on Twitter and some people will try to get into your DMs and call you all sorts of names or whatever. But then you go into your bank account and you check them zeros and be like, yo, I'm straight.
Yes!
Isn't that how it works?
Hey, man, you could work at a Banana Republic and no one's throwing in your DMs.
Yeah, but no one's hitting you up on Twitter. No one's atting you and telling you all sorts of nasty stuff. They're not. You can.
No, I know. Like, it's one of those things because, like, people always have this, should we boo, should we not boo?
Right.
Absent being physically violent with these athletes, you can do whatever you want.
I 100% agree.
Except not for college athletes. They don't deserve that.
College athletes do not deserve booze because they don't get paid. And don't give me like they get a free education and dorms. You know, like don't give me that. Like,
no
nonsense. Like those, like don't boo college athletes. They are legit amateurs because they don't get nothing.
And I'm sorry. Like I mean, if a franchise is asking for public money to build the stadium, not to like say you own a piece, but you put like residents of Philadelphia have chipped in to build a stadium. So you know what? If Nelson Aguilar can't handle a couple boos, that's too bad for him.
And you know what? And every Sunday, 69,000 residents of Philadelphia and the surrounding neighborhood pay really good money to go watch the Eagles. So they pay good money to watch the Sixers and the Flyers and the Phillies. And if you pay money to buy a ticket, you are well within your rights to do what, again, reasonable. Anything reasonable, don't throw stuff.
Oh, no, speaking of boo, now are you because I think it's boo season.
Boo season.
Because another Philadelphia athlete was getting boos because he's been terrible too, Robert Covington.
Yes,
now, if you are doing something well in another facet of your sport, but you're really bad at what you are really paid to do, are you allowed to be booed?
If you pay money, if young Shawnee Domingo or young Joe Q Public goes and pays money to watch the Sixers,
my kids will boo like heck, man.
So you can boo whatever you want. Personally, I'm not a booer, but if you feel the need,
you won't be
to boo.
You won't do the eye roll if you're next to someone that's booing.
I mean, if they're booing and it's a legit reason to boo, then
if you were next to a guy who was booing Nelson Aguilar,
for a drop, just after he dropped the pass, I'd be like, all right, whatever, that's fine. Or Robert Covington misses his 4th 3 in a row. It's like whatever. Like you're well within your rights to boo. I have zero problem.
No, but is that because people say, "Oh, that's not helping the athlete"? You know what would help the athlete
What are you
is
supposed to do?
You know what? Chuck a couple extra shots before the game, there, sir.
Yeah, make a couple shots and I'll stop.
No, isn't that the elixir to booing? Is make a shot.
Here's the thing. It's this is the whole participation trophy society that we're in right now. It's like, you know what? You can criticize people. It's cool. Like if I don't have a kid, but if my kid was in a little league team and they finished 8th, they don't need to get a trophy. I mean, it's like, yo, try harder, then you get the trophy. Try harder, then we'll stop, but we'll cheer you. If you make a couple threes,
isn't that the point of sports is to win? And like you make fun of me all the time because like sometimes I just want to say like, oh man, if we get to the playoffs, you're like, no, I need to win a championship.
Man. I need to win.